Welcome back to the Final Fantasy XII playthrough, and this time we're going to get our Sunstone by doing a really uninteresting minigame. Essentially how this whole thing works is that we have to go to those shades, dark crystals or whatever over there, they're all crystals, whatever, and absorb sunlight through our shade stone. A quick warning though, those werewolves over there, you don't want to start a fight with them. Level 19 for one, and they'll probably kill you in one hit. So basically what we gotta do is try to get the sun energy into our shade stone as quickly as possible so it'll turn into a sunstone. It's pretty obvious, but the progress bar shows you how far we are from actually getting the sunstone. It's not that bad of a mini game. Another quick warning is that those little exclamation marks are places where there's more dark crystals that you can absorb sunlight from. It'll take about 2 dark crystals to get you the amount of sunlight that you need in order to get your sunstone. Fortunately, you don't have to worry about the progress bar falling any. Otherwise, this minigame probably would have been a little too hard. As you would expect, monsters are in your way, but as long as you're a pretty good level, you should be able to take them on no problem. Also, it's a great way to build up a chain, especially since hyenas are pretty much the main enemy you're going to be seeing a lot of. Ursatrixes, you don't really see that much of. Giza rabbits don't do anything. And another enemy you meet, called the Slaven, which we won't be able to see in this playthrough, unfortunately, since it's a pretty hard enemy to find. But anyways, even if we won't see those, they give off pretty good EXP, but you don't see them that often, so you don't have to worry about them. So basically, hyenas are going to be your main way of building up a chain, getting up some loot, and getting some money. But for now, there really isn't anything interesting to buy, so for now, we're just going to do this little mini game, try to get our sunstone so we can move on with the plot. Like I already mentioned, these hyenas are level 3, so you really don't have to worry about them taking you out at any. I've been grinding off camera, so if there's any enemies that you see me taking out and you're thinking that I'm a pretty low level, you don't really want to go after them that soon. Right now I'm level 6, and I'd probably recommend you keep going like this. I'll tell you what level you should be at for certain areas of the game. Right now, about level 6, maybe if you want to work hard enough, level 7 would be a good area. And in terms of what license you should get, licenses are pretty much what you should do at your own pace. Right now, you should probably have maybe some armor, maybe a shield at this point, and of course your weapons and whatnot, and magic of course. Most notably the cure spell, but I'll warn you if you need any spells or if you should use any weapon later on in the game when we come across that stuff. And now that we have our sunstone, we'll automatically go back to Jin and he'll look at our sunstone, determine whether or not it's good, and no matter what, you're never going to get a bad sunstone, so I don't really see the point in this. Could a city folk slap you upside the head? Wow, you kids are idiots. It's not bad enough that the parents send these kids out to fight these monsters without any weapons or anything like that, but they also have the gall to go up against monsters 20 levels above their own. I don't know who's more stupid, the parents or the kids. Probably the kids for not bringing any weapons. But then again, maybe they don't have the proper license for it. And like I said, sometimes the license point system works, and sometimes the license points is just stupid. You don't have to worry about having to walk all the way to some of these areas. The story is pretty good enough that it'll take you to where you need to go. And of course, not only do we get our sunstone, but we also get a small bit of a reward. Of course, 50 gil really isn't that big of a reward, but oh well, it's a story quest. You probably didn't see it right now, but to the left before I left the town, there was a Moogle, and he'll sell you maps. If you look before, at the beginning of the part, you'll notice there were some areas of the map that were pretty much non-existent. Those only fill up when you go to that part of the map. But if you go to a Moogle and he's selling maps, if you pick up the map, then that area will automatically be filled. And it's not that big of an investment. It's only about, like, I think 50 gil to get a map. Later on, they do cost a little bit more, but for now, it's probably a good idea just to at least spend some money on a map. Like I said, last time I think that treasure chest had a potion, but now it's got gil, so every time you open a treasure chest, it'll have something different. So for now, we gotta head back to Lowtown so we can meet Old Dalin. He'll give us the Crescent Stone that will power up with the Sunstone. We'll go to wherever it is that we're going to sneak into the Archadien, or Arabanasi, I forget what now, palace. And we'll go steal our treasure. Hopefully this will continue the plot, because really right now, the plot is not that interesting. Which is pretty sad for a Final Fantasy game. At least 10 felt a little epic having to fight Sin.
Hey, Vaughn.
Huh?
It's been a long time since we did anything together. Too long. I had a really good time. Well, I should probably be getting back to the store. Actually, I was kind of supposed to be watching the place
Once
from
again,
the bellow.
more sexual tension here.
And Vaughn, try to stay out of trouble. For me, I don't know what I'd do if you weren't here. If something happened
Ash
to
Misty
you.
moment.
I'm not going anywhere, okay?
That's what I wanted to hear. See you later.
Yes, I'm totally not going to get caught, and I'm totally not going to get thrown into a dungeon.
Sorry,
Yes,
Penelope.
Penelope, you don't have to worry about me. Although I gotta admit, this romance is pretty cute. I mean, if they went a little further with this, I'm sure we could probably get some kind of romance like Cloud and Aerith. Now, before we talk to Old Dalin, there's one thing I have to warn you about. I mentioned last time about some treasure chests that you don't want to open. If you want the ultimate weapon, don't open treasure chests like that one. Well, guess who's going to have to restart their game now? But anyways, the ultimate weapon, you can't get that if you open up certain treasure chests. We'll keep going further on, but for now, we've got plot to go through, for lack thereof. Alright, now that we've got our full-powered Crescent Stone, we've got our way to sneak into the palace.
First you go to Storehouse 5. You know the one.
You know, that one, over there.
Now the right takes Ban Ratsbane to his territorial hunting grounds in the sewer.
You know, the place where we killed the
That's
rats,
not
the level
way
1
you go.
ones,
No,
and Kite
you
was
take
so,
the left
like, wow
door
and awe-inspired.
down into the Garamsite waterway. The waterway leads to a stair. The stair to the palace cellars. That's
I think I've heard
your
this
way
joke before.
in.
I think the punchline is
But don't go
Frankfurter.
counting your gil just yet, my boy.
What kind of
Getting into
saying
the
is that?
palace
Don't
was
count
the
your
easy
gil?
part. The way into the treasury is carefully hidden. That's where this Crescent Stone comes in. The magics it bears can open the hidden door to the treasury, you see. Listen, Vaughn, for the words I shall speak are most important. And
Might
not
want to
be
write this down, you
forgotten.
never know when
Do
it'll
you
come back to bite you.
understand? The signet yearns for Sunstone strength to light the clouded way.
Objection!
Once in the palace,
Way to
you'll
go,
find
Final
the signet
Fantasy
tile
XII, a
very
major plot
important.
hole.
Give to it the sun's
The
power,
saying says
and
that
it
it
will
yearns
light
for
your path.
Sunstone's power. We're using a Crescent
Very
Stone
well.
to go in.
Oh, a warning.
I know that it's
Beware
powered
that
by a
if you're caught, you'll
Sunstone,
spend the rest of your short
but
life rotting in
what's
an
the point of the
Albina
Crescent
dungeon.
Stone if it yearns
Look
for
sharp, my boy.
Sunstone power? Couldn't we just use
And
the
don't go
Sunstone?
running off before you're ready.
And once
Plans
again,
freshly
couldn't we
hatched
just
have
buy
habit
a
of tumbling
Sunstone
from
over at the
nest
Nomad area?
straight into
I mean,
the
they said that they
hunter's
sell them on a daily basis. I'm sure we have plenty of gil to spare. Way to go, Final Fantasy XII. 2 major plot holes in your really boring side quest. Well, we might as well head off to the Garamsite waterway so we can do this thing. But maybe the game has something else it wants to show. Maybe if this black screen would finish. Oh hey, it's Vossler. It's been
Squads 3
forever
through
since
6
we've
are in
seen
place.
him.
They stand ready. So far, the Imperials haven't noticed a thing.
Then go
What?
now and hurry
Could
the
it be
others.
that Vossler has
By
started
nightfall,
some
we must
kind of
ensure all men are in
rebellion?
place.
Sir.
Hello, miniskirt. Well, that's totally not important. I want to thank you for watching, and next time we're going to go to the Garamscythe Waterway. See you later.